Hello. It's time for First John in Greek. Fairly short verse today. If you're proficient in Greek, see if you can translate this. Okay, here's my translation. The one saying in the light to be, and the brother of him hating, in the darkness is until now. So the one saying, let's go ahead and go into a little bit more detail. So the one saying in the light to be, this is a theme. We've heard this before. If we walk in the light, then we have fellowship with him. But the one who says they're in the light, but who are in the darkness, So we're getting a theme here in John. If you're in the light, then you're going to behave like you're in the light. This is not some legal fiction. This is not something Martin Luther would be real happy with. This is a real walking in the light, a real righteousness that manifests itself in one's life. So the one saying, the one who says, so I often talk about 3 stages of translation, but eventually you just kind of get used to this kind of construction and you say the one who says, you kind of get it, or the one saying. Legon is saying, and there's a the on the front of it. The saying one, you get a feel for it. You start with saying, and then you see there's a the on it, and you say the who saying, the one who saying, the one who says. You just kind of get used to it. In the light to be, this is the verb to be, and it's in the form to be or not to be. No, it is to be. It's the infinitive. And the brother of him hating. So you can see the participles is the form is the same. This is another nominative masculine singular participle. The one saying and hating. In the darkness is until now. And I think we're going to find out what John means by hating a brother in the verses to come. We're going to get some concrete clarity here very soon. So a little bit more detail on the translation, and now the grammar. Kind of already talked about the grammar. So this is a participle. It is a nominative masculine singular participle. It's like the first participle form you ever learn, luon. So it's a participle because of that. And I know it's nominative masculine singular because I just memorized it. It is present because it's from lego and there's nothing done to the stem. It's active because I've memorized this as an active participle ending. Now, it has the word the on it, so it's an adjectival participle. That means we're going to translate it with words like who or that, the one who says. It's substantive because there's no noun with it. It doesn't have the saying dentist, the dentist who says. We have to come up with what it's going with. The saying man, or probably better to say the saying person, because women could be included as well. Okay, now this second part, saying to be in the light, is called indirect discourse. We've also seen this before. The one saying to be in the light, it's kind of caveman talk, but we put it in our Greek pipe, we smoke it, and it comes out as the one who says they are in the light, or the one who says he is in the light, even though it's literally the saying in the light to be one. Anyway, okay. Enai, as I said, is the present infinitive of ami, which means, enai means to be. Okay. The next part, there's nothing real deep about and the brother of him hating in the darkness is until now, but let's parse meson. It's very similar to this, and so the parsing is going to be very similar. It's from miseo. It's a contract verb, so we've had a crash here. There's the police law that says, step back, there's been a crash here. So it's a crash verb, contract verb. Epsilon is crashed into an omega. Omega always wins, and we're left with an omega. Looks the same, though. It is a nominative masculine singular, just like this up here was a nominative masculine singular. It's a present active participle, just like this is a present active participle. The one saying to be in the light and yet hating his brother in the darkness is until now. Okay. And so for those of you who are beginners, let's see if you can pronounce these letters, pronounce these words and name the letters. This is the word for the, omicron with a rough breathing mark, rough like the sea, ho, or ha, depending on how you were taught. The, legon, lambda, epsilon, gamma, omega nu, legon. N is in, epsilon nu. To is another form of the, It's in the dative case with an iota subscript hanging on for dear life. Datives tend to have iotas in them. Tau omega with an iota subscript, to. In the photi, phi omega tau iota, also dative. The iota here is a dative indicator. This is a third declension word for those of you of my patrons who came to the noun game on Tuesday night. Okay, photi, light, in the light. Epsilon iota, nu, alpha iota, ani, to be. Chi, kappa alpha iota. Tone, or ton, depending on how you pronounce the omicron. It's another form of the word the. It's accusative because it's the object of meson, hating the brother. For those of you who came to the Greek noun game on Tuesday night, it's that recording is on my Patreon site and is available for my patrons. Okay, tau omicron nu, tone. Alpha delta epsilon lambda phi omicron nu. Adelphone or adelphon, depending on how you pronounce it. Brother, the brother. Alpha upsilon tau omicron upsilon, autu, of him. We've seen this a lot. You might just stop and memorize it. Mu iota sigma omega nu, meson, hating, participle. N epsilon nu. Tau eta with an iota subscript hanging on for your life. Also dative te, also the word the. In the sigma kappa omicron tau iota alpha with an iota subscript. Scotia, darkness. It's dative because N is a little dictator. It's a preposition. It says, you will be in the dative if you're going to be with me. Okay. Epsilon sigma tau iota nu, estin. We saw an estin up here already, didn't we? No, another day. We've seen lots of estins. It means he, she, or it is. Just memorize it because we've seen it a lot. Epsilon with a rough breathing mark, omega sigma, heos, until. Alpha rho tau iota, arti. It's my neighbor, Artie. It means now, until now. The one saying in the light to be, and the brother of him hating, in the darkness is until now. Otherwise known as holegon ento photi ani, kaiton adelphon autu meson, ento scotia estin, et heos arti. Okay, I tried. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same Greek channel.